Hello, all the King's men. Welcome to another Friday assessment. Yes, let's celebrate because you made it across another week. Let's celebrate because you did not give up. Yes, all the King's men. Welcome to another Friday assessment. And remember, this is a milestone. So celebrate. Why? Because you did not give up. That means that you mustered up the strength. That means that there was some persistence. There was some determination. There was some resolve on the inside of you that said, you know what? I am not giving up. I know my purpose. I know what I'm going after, and I am going to continue no matter what I see. Yes. So the Friday assessment, you got to remember, the Friday assessment is always about being better. It's always about being better. You want to be better each week. You want to see progress each week. There are some areas that you're going to start to experience success in because you're being what? You're being persistent and because you're being consistent. But there are some areas that you're not achieving success in. Yes, there are some areas and you need to make the necessary adjustments. Yes, that's why we have this, what we call the Friday assessment. Yes, assessing meaning that looking at the area that you got going on, and you need to say, you know what is happening? Am I getting the results? What do I need to change? What do I need to keep doing? And what do I need to work harder at? So what do I want? I want to talk about today. I want to talk about, are you listening? Yes, because you're saying that I know that God told me to do this. I know that this is purpose. I know that this is going to lead me to destiny. But I got to ask you, are you listening? You know, communication is so vital. It's so important. And you know, communication, it happens what? Between two people. Two people. Communication. Think about that word, communication, communicate. That means it requires two people. It's a requirement for two people. That means someone is speaking and someone is listening. Listening. Remember what I'm saying, listening. Because often what I found about communication, and I've been guilty of this myself, it's often one person is talking, but the other person is only waiting till they close their mouth to speak their mind. Yes. Often one person is talking to get their point across, and the other person is only hearing or listening for when they make a pause so that they can get their point across. And you know what happens? Chaos ensues. Chaos ensues, and there is no progress made. That's why I'm asking you, are you listening? That's part of the assessment this week. Are you listening? Are you listening with the sole intent of responding? Are you listening with the sole intent of trying to get your point across of what's going on, why it's happening, why it's not happening, why it's going this way? But are you listening to get help? Are you listening to improve? That is so important because when you're communicating, you're listening to hear what the other person is saying. You're not listening for the whole purpose and sole intent to hear yourself speak. If you are, you failed already because you know nothing of what the other person said. That other person might have told you in the midst of everything they said that if you take a left, you're going to find what you're looking for. But all you heard is them telling you what to do. All you heard them was giving you some instructions. But yet, when you heard them telling you what to do, you stopped listening. You shut down because you said, what can they tell me? They cannot tell me. And that's often what we do with God. God tells us what to do, but we tell God our problems. We tell God what we're dealing with. We tell God what we're facing. Yet God is giving you the solution. Oh my God, we are so guilty of that as people, especially as men. What we do, especially as married men, what we do, we don't want our wives to tell us nothing, especially when we driving. We're like, I know where I'm going. I know I got to go this way. And then you look up and you're like, if I would have only listened, I would have came in the way that I truly desired to come in. I would have came down the street this way. I could have just swung a right and I would have been good. But no, you want to take a left and say, if I go around this way, but not realizing that if you go that way, there are greater challenges. It's important to listen as men, as all the king men. I need you to work on your listening skills, not listening to respond, but listen to what is being said, because somebody trying to help you today. And I want to help you today. I want you to listen to this. Listen to what I'm saying today. Listen to what I'm saying today. I want to help you. Why? Because God often speaks. I think about Moses. Moses said, look, I'm going to turn to this burning bush. You know, he was on the backside of the mountain leading them sheep. And he said, look, I'm going to turn this bush is on fire. It's not being consumed. He said, but I'm about to turn to this bush. And what happened? We heard God speak out of the burning bush, and God did what? He told him where he was, and he gave him his assignment. And he gave God he told God his problems. God didn't ask him for his problems. He said, I just need you to go. That is one thing that we have to stop doing, is when God gives us an assignment, he told us to go. Don't think that he have not put everything on the inside of you for the goal, for the destiny. Yes, you may not be achieving success because you're not listening. I'm guilty. I don't listen all the time. That's why I'm trying to get you to get it today. I want you to listen, not listen to respond, but listen to what the other person is saying. Don't listen to get your point across, but listen to communicate. Listen to what the other person is saying. I need you to listen to digest what they're saying so that you could communicate and discuss what's being talked about. I need you to listen to what God is trying to download. What has God downloaded in you? And why you're not achieving it? Is it because of yourself? Remember, we are our biggest enemy. We are usually the stumbling block that stops us from going to the next place, that stops us from going to the next level, that stops us from achieving purpose, that stops us from achieving destiny. Communication. Look, that's something I've been so hard on myself for the last years, the last probably several years. I want to say a few years, but several years now. Why? Because I know things often fall apart because of lack of communication. It's so important. So all the king's men, I want to ask you today, are you listening? Be a better listener. Remember, there's a true saying. Listen more than you speak, because you got two ears and one mouth. When you speak, those words you cannot take back. You can do everything you can to try to correct it. But it's only through time. So all the king's men, I thank you for joining in this week. I ask you to drop me a message down in the chat, hit the like button. Let's interact on this chat that we're having, on this talk that we're having. Let's have a conversation. Let's communicate. I want all the king's men to be better. Remember, we are building men. That's what all the king's men is about. It's about building men through responsibility, reliability, and respect. My God. So all the king's men, I thank you for joining in, and I pray that you have a great Friday. I pray that you have an even better weekend and an even better week to come. Be blessed. Till next time.